In this video, why don't we talk about some of the parts that are common to nearly every fixture, every stage lighting fixture, and so some of the just common features of them. And we'll use this example here. Starting at the top is a C-clamp, and I'll discuss the C-clamp in the next slide. The C-clamp is a pipe clamp, and it is how we attach stage fixtures to lighting positions, right? How we attach a stage light to a pipe. And the C-clamp then is attached to a piece of strap steel that runs around the fixture and is referred to as a yoke, much like a yoke of an oxen, right? So it's a piece of strap steel that then wraps around and attaches to each side of the fixture, right? And then that is how we control tilt, right? So we're able to angle the stage light so that we can focus it based on tightening either a plastic handle that's on the side, or sometimes it's simply a bolt that needs to be tightened on the side of a fixture, right? So that's the yoke that then wraps around. Next is the body of the fixture. The body of the fixture contains all of the optical components and the lamp. It includes every part of the stage light, so it's the body of the light, right? So there is, it's not shown in these other diagrams, but we also use a safety cable, right? So this silver cable that's here is used as a safety. In the event that there were a problem with the C-clamp, we'd never want this lighting fixture to fall. So this safety cable wraps between the yoke and around the pipe and provides us an extra measure of safety in the event that there's a problem with the C-clamp or with the yoke bolt that attaches the yoke to the C-clamp. Next, in this instance, there are shutters, but then there is also the power cable. A power cable comes out of the back of a stage lighting fixture, and in almost all circumstances comes out of the bottom, what we consider the bottom of the fixture. The fixture does have a top and a bottom and can be hung upside down, and we wouldn't want to do that. So when we're hanging stage lights, we're going to want the power cable to come out the bottom, and then on the front is a gel frame clip or a gel opening, and we're going to want that to face up so that anything that we put into the front of the light stays in the light and doesn't turn upside down. So let's dig into a C-clamp a little bit. So in this image you can see that the C-clamps are used to attach these lighting fixtures to this lighting pipe, right? And they simply slip over the pipe, and then we use the pipe bolt to be able to tighten that down and securely attach the lighting fixtures to the pipe so that they don't move or wobble and they don't fall. And in this instance, you can also see that the safety cables have been wrapped around the pipe and attached back to, in this case, they attach back to the fixture, not around the yoke. Either is acceptable, right? So let's talk a little bit about the anatomy of a C-clamp, right? So you have the main body of the C-clamp, which is where it gets its name, in this C shape. The next part of a C-clamp is going to be the clamp bolt or the pipe bolt, and that's how we tighten down, right? By screwing this bolt in, how you're able to tighten down onto a pipe. The next part is going to be the spigot. And some clamps have a loose spigot and some are formed into the clamp, but it's a metal post that fits inside of a hole in the C-clamp, right? And at the bottom of the spigot is the yoke bolt. And by removing this bolt and then putting it in the yoke, you can see the yoke bolt right here and right here. It is how the C-clamp is attached to the yoke, and is primarily the reason that we need a safety cable. In the event that this bolt were to become loose and fall out, we don't want the fixture to fall, right? The yoke bolt is often how we're able to adjust the side-to-side direction, the pan of a light, and then by loosening a handle on the side, we're able to adjust the tilt of the light and thereby focus it. The last part of a traditional C-clamp is going to be the pan bolt. The pan bolt is often a little four-sided bolt on the side, and it is used to tighten the spigot. So you could pan against the spigot and or pan the fixture with the spigot, rotating through the clamp, and then lock it into focus by tightening the pan bolt. There are other kinds of lighting clamps. This is a mega clamp. It's made of aluminum. It's very lightweight. It's used for all kinds of different fixtures and different applications, but it has the same basic features. It has that shape. It has a pipe bolt, and then it has a yoke bolt. And in this instance, you must use the yoke bolt to be able to pan left and right. It does not have a movable spigot. This would be the spigot or the shaft of this clamp. The same as with this kind of clamp is often used. It's called a claw, and it wraps all the way around a pipe once it's secure. It's often used for moving lights and for hanging fixtures on aluminum truss. If you were to tighten a C-clamp onto aluminum truss, you would actually damage the truss. And in this type of clamp here, it just wraps around the truss, the entire truss tube, and is able to secure without damaging the truss. So a claw and a mega clamp, and then a traditional iron C-clamp. And we'll have more in the next video.